Happy Halloween! Welcome to my 12 weeks of Halloween. What I'm going to share with you today is called the Curly Keepsakes Box Thinlits Die. This will be being released with a holiday catalog on August 28th. It is so stinking adorable. I'm totally in love with it. Now, what I am going to use with you is a DSP that's also coming in the holiday catalog on the 28th, and I will put that name right into my video. But for the life of me, I can't remember it right now. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of the DSP to 6 inches wide. I've just left it at 12 inches long. And I'm going to put the framelit just down so that I maximize my paper and don't waste any. Get it right to the edges. Okay, excuse the horrific cracking sounds as it goes through. Don't stress if it does this on yours. It's not doing any damage. Oh, that one didn't even make any. Okay, so now I'll pop this one out. The only thing I was thinking is I would try not to use a DSP that is dependent on direction, because it would be really difficult to kind of, obviously you've got one operating perpendicular to the other. So when this side of the box flips up, it's going to have a different direction than the other side. So we've got one done. And then I'm just going to pop that same piece of paper right back in. And again, I'm going to just do this to maximize my DSP, especially with this print. I'm not having to worry about lining anything up. Crank it through. I apologize for how close you are in this video. I've actually got a new tripod in the mail just so that I can get you a bit further away from my desk. Okay, so then I'll pop out the second one. I am going to use my fast views for this one. It's a 3D object. I want it to stay together, and I'm lazy. I don't like using sticky strip. It requires work. So all I'm going to do is do the 2 creases on that one, 2 creases on that one, and we're good to go. Now on the bottom, the one that's actually going to be the base, I'm just going to take my fast views and I am going to, you'll notice if you flick it back towards yourself, it actually cuts off nicely and doesn't, as my son says, leave boogers. Super classy. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to line the 2 of these up. Now you want to have done your creasing first because it does help you do the lining up before you attach this little guy together. Okay, so now he's put together, and then all that's left to do is these 2 come up, and you're going to put one over top and feed him through, and then the second over top and feed him through, and you're, whoops, I bent one back. There we go. You want them both to bow outwards. There you go. And you have this adorable little curvy box. And then you can decorate it however you choose. So with all $25 orders placed over the next 2 weeks, I'll send you out a set of the die cuts. So not the actual framelit, but I'll die cut you a set so you can try it out and see if it's something you'd like to do. Hostess code is on my blog, so if you can make sure you get your order in on that particular hostess code, I'll be sending this out to you. The DSPs will all be different, just to kind of let you play with them. But you can imagine these would be great for Halloween ones. They'd be great for Christmas. You can have all kinds of fun with them. So now I'm going to head out and go decorate mine. Okay, so now I'm back with the Tags for You stamp set and the coordinating punch, and I'm just going to do a quick little decoration for this one. I'm not a big fan of stamping all in one color, and I remember the first time that I kind of went to a stamp class, was quite shocked to realize that, oh, I could color on my stamps and not have it all in one color. So that's all I'm going to do here, and this is just coloring directly to your stamp. Try not to use the tip of your marker. When you do, you tend to splay the tip of it. And then when you're going to kind of try and color in an image that you really need to be careful to stay in the lines, your tip tends to be all fuzzy and it's not as clear. So what I'm going to do here is just finish it up. The DSP that I was using is called Motley Monsters, and one of the colors in it is the Tangerine Tango. So I'm going to use that as my second color here. And so I will just color these. Sorry, I have to lift it up closer to me. Apparently I have old lady eyes and can't see things far away anymore. So I'm just going to make sure that I have got this completely covered. Now, when you're teaching this technique in a class, or if you go to a class where they're doing this technique, you just want to make sure you got your breath mints with you. And I know some of you are going, okay, she's officially lost it. What do I need breath mints for? But we're going to do something called huffing on the stamp. So what you're going to do, and it's just once you've colored the image so that it doesn't dry out before you stamp, you're just going to breathe on it. So make sure you've got breath mints handy on the table if you've got everyone doing this. And you'll see that the image just comes out looking great with the 2 colors on it versus just being one. So now, again, new to me, the first time I stamped 6 years ago, the shock and awe that happened when I realized, hey, you can turn the punch over and punch out your stamped image. I know, terrifying, isn't it? I always say when people talk about thinking outside the box, I'm in the box. The lid is locked and someone is sitting on it. Okay, so now, because I love the kind of way that the box curves, I'm actually going to put 3 dimensionals onto my stamped image. And I'm doing this just because I really want it to follow the lines of the box. So I'll peel those off. Take him, center him on. And another thing that's also in the holiday catalog coming up is this awesome white and tangerine tango. And it's just a 2-tone trim. It's kind of, it reminds me of a really thick baker's twine. So I'm just going to feed it through the box top. And I'm going to put a little bow on mine. So I'm going to cut off enough here. There. And I'll just give it a cute little bow. And now you can see the finished product. So it's, again, it's got quite a bit of dimension to it. It's not a flat image. We've curved the image to follow the box lines, and everything coordinates. And again, when you use a DSP that's got prints like this that you don't have to worry about directions, it works awesome for a box like this.